Task 6 in our Extend Our JavaScript knowledge is the spread operator, which is widely used. The spread operator, which is three dots, dot, 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 takes an iterable, for example, an array, and expands it into individual items. In our first example, which we'll code, we say let first name equals, and then an array which holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different characters. And what we want to do is we want to display each individual character, but not in the shape of an array. So we want to spread each one out, each character out. So we do console.log dot, 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 first name. And that will give me the individual letters, not in an array, individual letters. In the second example, let first name equals GERARD, all individual characters within an array. And then we say let my name equals first name. So my name is now our same array. And we do console.log my name, and it will spread out each of the characters. And the third example is let claims equal to an array of numbers. And because they're numbers, then we can use the math.min to find the minimum value. But to be able to find the minimum value, math.min returns the smallest of numeric inputs. But if we put just claims in here, that would be an array, and you would get a NaN, not a number. So we need to spread the array out. So we use our dot, dot, dot claims, and that should then give me the value of 100. So let's code the first example and the last example and demonstrate. So we're going to open up our Visual Studio Code as we had before. If it's already open, we just right click on the JavaScript folder. We go to new file and we call it spread operator.js. And then we type in our code, let first name equal, and then the array. And then we'll do console.log. We'll not put the spread operator in. We'll just display the array and see what happens first. So once again, we can, if we don't have our terminal open, we can right click on the spread operator and go to open in integrated terminal. And if I do an ls or a dir, I should be able to see the spread operator. So I'm in the right directory. And then I do node spread operator.js. And when we do that, we see the array. So we're just getting the array. But if we put the dot, 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 that means we want to spread the values out. And if we go back to our console, use my up arrow and press enter, you can see that the individual characters are displayed. If we use the second example that we had, what we have is a claims array with numeric values. And if I do console.log dot, dot, dot claims, it will print out the values. And if I do console.log math.min dot, dot, dot claims, then it will spread out the values and then get me the minimum value. So we'll just run that again. So we can see, yes, here is the dot, 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 which is for this one, spreads out all the values. And then that's what actually will be inside as a parameter for the min value. And therefore it will be able to find the minimum, which is 100. If we didn't have the dot, 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 then you would be trying to find the minimum of an array, and we should get an NaN, not a number. Now, in this example, we're going to create 3 separate objects. So this is a JSON object, this is a JSON object, and this is a JSON object. One is the customer, one is the vehicle, and one is the address. But what I would like to do then is I want to put the three of those together into one object. So looking at the code, we have customer, address, and vehicle. And then we set up another object called merged object. And we say that it consists of the spread out customer, followed by the spread out address, followed by the spread out vehicle. So that will spread out those 4 items, these 3 items, and these 5 items, and put them together in an object called merged object. And we can see that from the screenshot. And all we need to do is just print it out. So we'll go back into our JavaScript code. So we created a customer object. We then created an address object. And we then created a vehicle object. But I want to merge those together. So we say here is another object which consists of the customer using the spread operator, the address using the spread operator, the vehicle using the spread operator, and then we print out the new object. So if I run that in the terminal, we can see that what we have is we have our new object is all of the values together. And that is our spread operator for spreading out the values within an iterable or within an array.